Nithyananda, and welcome to Nithyananda TV News from Toronto Kailasam Temple in Toronto, Canada for Tuesday, July 24th, 2012. Now for today's headlines. Morning Satsang from the Swamiji. Partiality is not absolute reality. Inner Awakening and eNGenius updates. Traditional Vedic meals and temple tours. And in the Nithyananda News Digest from Nithyananda.org, Nithyananda addresses media at MADURAI AADHEENAM. Inner Awakening culminates in celebration and spiritual tour. Times of India on Nithyananda and Devon Ki Dev. Morning Satsang from the Swamiji. Useless patterns and pure consciousness. For 83 minutes this morning, 1,004 places with 51 two-way connections from 255 cities in 28 countries were graced with the presence of enlightened avatar Paramahamsa Nithyananda and live on the internet. Swamiji spoke on the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse 18. The moment you start handling things with partiality, things also start handling you with partiality. When you judge, be ready to be judged. Partiality is myth in anything. Your strengths become weaknesses, and weaknesses do become strengths. Partiality is not absolute reality. The concept of partiality is only partially useful in life to handle few situations. Today, meditate only on this simple truth. Partiality is no way absolute reality. And the second level of the no hunger, no thirst samyama graduated today towards 11 remaining days living without hunger and without thirst. Swamiji has initiated hundreds to live in high energy, fulfilling all daily responsibilities in a joyful way, all the while living without hunger and without thirst in the body. Tomorrow begins level 3 for all successful participants and 11 more days living in ecstatic liberation. Email to en.sharing@nithyananda.org if you will be continuing from level 2 to level 3. And stay tuned for the August 21st 21 days where Swamiji liberates successful participants in a permanent way from the harmful patterns associated with food and overeating. And to practice your Bhagavad Gita chanting, go to youtube.com/slokapractice.
Essentially, the sacred secret from this verse is partiality is myth in anything. In anything, partiality is myth. The qualities sometimes which you think as your strength becomes your weakness in some other situation. The qualities which you think as your weakness becomes strength at some other point. Something which you think as sweet becomes sour in some other point. Something which you think as sour becomes sweet in some other point. Other than the concept of partiality, nothing else brings so much of suffering to you, not even your spouse. If you think it is only your spouse who brought the most traumatic moments of your life, you are wrong. It is the concept of partiality. And I wanted to make this as one more important subject in our Gurukul. Erasing the pattern of partiality. Kids should be taught again and again. Partiality is just one reason for our social living. For example, if you are a lawyer, you go to a court, you wear the coat, black. The instruments and equipments and the identity which is used in the court will not be useful in your house. Just like how all those things are used for particular purpose, this partiality is also one equipment, one tool with which particular situations in your life can be handled. partiality is also an equipment, a tool with which some of the situations in society can be handled. But no way that can be the quality. Please understand, partiality is not absolute reality.
Inner Awakening and eNGenius updates. The life-altering Inner Awakening and eNGenius programs concluded their time in Kodaikanal recently. We have some snaps from the final day to enjoy. Morning Satsang. Dial the Avatar. Sarvadarshan. Inner Awakening sessions. And graduation ceremony. And a traditional lunch with Swamiji featuring 21 prasads from 21 Indian temples. And the group continued their transformational experiences with Swamiji, including tours to Kalalagar Temple in Madurai and the Karupar Temple, and back to Madurai AADHEENAM, where the 292nd Guru Mahasanidanam explained about the ancient mutt Madurai AADHEENAM, including Raj TV exclusive interviews. And blessings to all, including Inner Awakening and eNGenius participants. And on to Theravanamalai. Now for today's news digest from Nithyananda.org. Nithyananda addresses media at Madurai AADHEENAM. Madurai AADHEENAM, 23rd of July 2012. Paramahamsa Nithyananda and his predecessor, Srila Sri Arunagirinath Desikendra Swamigal, today addressed the media in a casual and unplanned meeting just outside the AADHEENAM premises. The media address happened this evening, and both the pontiffs came out of the AADHEENAM for a short while. The pontiffs were quickly spotted by the local press and quizzed on all possible subjects, ranging from Paramahamsa Nithyananda's upcoming Kailash Manasarovar Yatra and the controversy surrounding Nithyananda's coronation as the 293rd pontiff of Madurai AADHEENAM on the 27th of April this year. Waving aside the alleged reports in certain media that he was unhappy with Nithyananda and his disciples, the 292nd pontiff was quick to clarify that there was no misunderstanding whatsoever between the two. He was in fact traveling up to Theravanamalai with Nithyananda to see off the group for the Kailash Yatra. He said that Nithyananda had requested him to join the group on the Yatra, but unfortunately his health would not permit him to stand the extreme weather and physical exertion involved in the Yatra. The 292nd pontiff is close to 70 years of age and is in delicate health. Speaking on the upcoming Yatra to Kailash Manasarovar and other pilgrimage spots from 27th July to 25th August this year, Nithyananda explained that the pilgrimage, which he conducts every year in July-August, had been prearranged over 6 months back, and more than 100 people from around the world were joining in the Yatra, which will include visits to Pushpatinath, Muktinath, and Jalnairan temples in Nepal as well. In this context, he mentioned that the medical test scheduled for the 30th of July would be conducted after his return in August, which effect the police had already been informed. Paramahamsa Nithyananda was in Madurai for a day's stopover on his way to Theravanamalai from the scenic hill station of Kodaikanal, where he had spent the last 3 weeks conducting Inner Awakening, an exclusive yoga and meditation retreat for over 120 participants from 18 countries. Inner Awakening had been accompanied by eNGenius, a natural leadership program for children between 4 to 14 years of age, also held at the same location. The next Inner Awakening program, conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nithyananda, will be held immediately after his return from Kailash Manasarovar on August 21st, for which registrations are still open. See innerawakening.org. Inner Awakening culminates in celebration and spiritual tour. Inner Awakening, Nithyananda Dhyanapitham's flagship yoga and meditation program, culminated in a spiritual tour to South India's ancient temple towns of Madurai and Tiruvannamalai. The program had been personally conducted by Paramahamsa Nithyananda from the 1st to the 22nd July at Kodaikanal, a scenic resort tucked away in Tamil Nadu's Upper Palani Hills. Notwithstanding the recent highly publicized smear campaign against Nithyananda by a sensationalist TV channel, participants from 18 countries participated in this 21-day transformational retreat, which included yoga, meditation, talks, interactive sessions, and spiritual leisure activities, a number of new kriyas, dynamic techniques for physical and mental problems, traditional heavy yoga, Ayurvedic holistic cleansing methods, and personal guidance from experts in natural medicine were also offered as part of this retreat. eNGenius, a natural leadership program for children between 4 to 14 years, was also conducted on the same premises. The program includes brain yoga, creative art, memory camp, Vedic chanting, and outdoor activities, among others. In Kodaikanal, the program culminated in a grand energy darshan initiation for the Inner Awakening graduates that lasted several hours. Paying his respects to the millennia-old Vedic tradition of India, Paramahamsa Nithyananda had emphasized that at the start of the program that none of the techniques or knowledge expressed during the program had been personally invented by him, but were drawn from the vast repository of ancient Vedic wisdom. The Master's role lies in empowering the participants to receive and hold the energy of these techniques through the power of his initiation. In Madurai, participants visited the world-famous Meenakshi Temple, Kailasgarh Temple, Kalabhairava Karupar Swami Temple, and others. In Tiruvannamalai, they will visit the Arunachaleshwara Temple, pay their respects at the Samadhi, final resting place of two of Nithyananda's gurus, and spend some quiet time at Pavalkundru, the hill where Nithyananda had his first experience of enlightenment at the age of 12. So what are the Inner Awakening participants carrying back with them at the end of 21 days? Says Inner Awakening graduate Christina James from Seattle, United States, "This is my 8th major program with Swamiji, and it just gets better every time. One can never be prepared for the kind of silent transformation that Swamiji can bring about inside you with a single word or an initiation." Times of India on Nithyananda and Devon Ki Dev. Taking a line out of Paramahamsa Nithyananda's morning Satsang in praise of mythological TV serial on Shiva, Devon Ki Dev, English Daily Times of India reports about the spiritual leader's love of the superbly narrated story of divinity, incarnation, and the evolution of the human consciousness. Bringing a mythological story to life is not a joke. If I put all my intelligence, philosophical strength, understanding, and abilities to try and make a serial on Shiva, it will not be better than Devon Ki Dev Mahadev, said Swami Nithyananda, recommending it to everyone. There are a lot of subtle points it portrays, like what happens when Devi assumes a human body, concepts of incarnation, why tapas is needed, and lots of such aspects which the program is presenting beautifully, he said. See nithyananda.org/news or scroll down on nithyananda.org homepage for this report and all the latest Nithyananda news listings. That's all from Nithyananda TV News for now. Thank you for joining us, and let us end our news with a bliss dose from the Avatar. The man who starts giving more importance to the attitude of fear and greed than to the cause of fear and greed is sannyasi. We'll see you next time on Nithyananda TV News. Nithyanandam!